Hello, everybody. My name's Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from the final of the Las Vegas Open. This broadcast brought to you by Frontline Gaming. Thank you so much for their support by providing internet access at the event. And, of course, thank you to our amazing patrons and supporters. If you want to support us, type !donate in the chat in order to do that. You can go ahead and start choosing your champion, and James is going to break down our final lists.
Hey guys, James here, and we have a great game for you here for the final of the Las Vegas Open. We have on the left Patrick Hanson flying a Empire list, has Darth Vader Defender Malice, Juke Heavy Laser Cannon, a powerful punch there. Can punch through just about anything. We have Second Sister with Extreme Maneuvers, Ruthless, Shield Upgrade, and Sensitive Controls. We have Captain Faroff with Seventh Sister on board. And to finish out this list, we have a Academy Pilot TIE Fighter just out there to grab some objectives. And on the other side of the table here, we have James Stumbo flying a Separatist list. We have three bomber drones with proximity mines and landing struts. Keep in mind, these are the Hyena bombers that have that are able to launch those proximity mines, those pizzas, out the front with a one straight maneuver. We also have Dirge in the.
I'm gonna give you a moment.
Give me a moment. Give me a moment.
Dirge in the Rogue class starship.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
He's carrying proton cannons, false transponder codes, the Xanadu Blood title, and seismic charges.
And to finish off the list, we have Count Dooku in the Scimitar with Hate, Proton Torpedoes, General Grievous, Proton Bombs, and the Scimitar title, of course. Count Dooku, this is the customizable Count Dooku, not the new Siege of Coruscant Count Dooku that we're seeing more and more of. But this is customizable. Wow, what a choice.
And a lot of people, you know, when we had James on earlier, right? We had him in his round of Swiss,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
And
yeah, that happened.
And during that time, people were asking, why didn't he take the Siege of Coruscant one? And obviously, there's something about this Dooku that just works better for him. On top of, like, there's a couple of things. Like, he takes General Grievous as a crew card when so many people just lean into General Grievous as a pilot.
Gosh,
right?
Such an amazing pilot. I would say arguably the best 4-point ship in the game.
Well, apparently James says, listen, proximity mine bombardment drones make up the difference, and I'm bringing this forgotten pilot because nothing has changed. You know, we've had more cards released, including a new pilot for the Scimitar, for that Sith infiltrator, and he says, you know what? I'm bringing it to the final. I'm bringing an old card that you guys just abandoned.
Yeah,
and said it's
everyone
good.
Poo-pooed on old poor Dooku here, or poo-poo on Dooku, and they left him in the dust for some of the other large base in this faction, the Gauntlet. Which we don't see too much often enough, but also the fire spray just outclasses it in most games here. But I mean, James makes it work. He has the Dooku, and in the game that we saw, we'll speak a little bit more on it as we go. But those bombardment drones are just so deadly with those proximity mines. And I think from what we're seeing so far, Patrick is absolutely making the 100% correct choice with saying, I would not like to play with your pizzas.
That's right. No, I'm good. So that means that James is going to have to hit on the gas. You know, he chose to separate these ships. He put Dirge in the center. The bombardment drones, the only reposition they have is barrel rolls. They don't have any boosting. So if they're going to need to use their fastest maneuvers to get engaged, because what's happening here is Patrick is crashing in on Dooku. If he can delete that ship, that's 7 points, and that would be a massive lead going into our first couple rounds of chance engagement here.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like it. Like we're going to be able to. Everyone on the Empire side is focusing on Count Dooku. Count Dooku is very sneaky, able to do those that cloak action to prevent any kind of extra attack dice coming in, or get some extra defense dice to counteract, and can even decloak after an attack on him by spending I think you have to spend a force for that ability. But I think we actually see a decloak here. I think that's what that was.
No, I think that's just maneuver, staying close.
Straight.
I mean, you got 4 ships coming in on you. I can understand wanting to stay close.
Maybe you don't do that.
Yep. You're leaning on those defense dice. You're going to end up having 4 defense dice, right? 2 from the base, or does it normally have 1 agility?
1 agility normally.
So you'll be a 3 agility ship with a force plus focus. You're going to have resources to spend on defense there and hope.
Hope. And a lot of people forget about the Scimitar title. If you want to pull that card up real quick.
SSCH?
I think it's SCI. Yeah, Scimitar title. It does not pull up.
Yep.
But after you perform a decloak, you can jam someone in your bullseye.
I think his ability allows him to ditch the cloak after he's been shot.
Right. Yeah.
Which is the shtick. You can be defensive and then pop people at initiative 3.
Yeah. It is so good. Let me actually pull up that pilot card real quick.
So interesting here. Dirge going towards the center, deciding that he wants to take a bite out of the Academy pilot.
Oh. Num.
He's got those proton cannons.
I think it looks lined up to me.
It does look. It's a 4 dice attack, isn't it?
4 dice attack, and you can change a focus to a crit.
And what do you need to have it at range 1 to 2?
It's 2 to 3. Proton cannons?
Yeah.
It's the same requirement as heavy laser cannons. 2 to 3.
But it needs double slot, right? Is that what it is?
Slot,
okay.
Yeah.
I was saying, well, what's the difference?
Why would
then?
everyone just not take proton cannons?
Yeah.
Yeah, proton cannons, range 2 to 3 bullseye, and spend 2 charges. You may change a focus or hit result to a crit.
And here we go. Darth Vader with a 3 straight gets that free full throttle evade, deciding on what the action is going to be. Currently, probably in a range 3 away from Dooku. May debate
Scrap a lock, focus maybe.
Because right now you're giving him a 4th attack dice, assuming that is range 3. I think right now that's what we're getting right now, is determining where it is. Also, you got to remember the Scimitar does have a 5K. It's a big flip.
Decloak 5K. Yeah, Count Dooku is after you defend, if the attacker is in your firing arc, you may spend a force to remove one of your blue or red tokens. And then the other side of that is after you perform an attack that hits, you may spend a charge to perform an action. And what I was mentioning earlier with that Scimitar title also gives you the red cloak action and a white jam action. You really don't want to be spending your action doing those. It is range 3.
It is range 3.
All right. Did we end up getting a focus? Okay, so we'll spend a force for the Darth Vader Defender ability. Then you can spend another force to change that hit, that focus result to a crit with Malice.
So only 2.
4 dice.
Now I'm surprised we held on to the focus. I guess he's waiting for the Dooku revenge shot. Plenty of evades. Got 3
here. 3 evades. Oh, it's a juke right there. So probably spend a force here and block the shot.
We got 3. 3 evades versus 2.
Juke.
3 evades versus 2 hits.
Only 2 hits. I'm sorry. I'm just used to Vader putting down 3 hits.
All right, checking to see if the bullseye is on here for Proton Cannon. An absolutely devastating weapon, especially against unshielded ships. We'll know by how many dice gets getting thrown.
I think they're asking for a judge call. This is a little bit important because this is the difference between 2 attack dice and 4 attack dice.
Which is massive.
And then also the difference between 3 agility and 4 agility with an obstruction. Because that bullseye weapon is most likely not obstructed, but the primary front arc is most likely obstructed. And with that judge rule here, looks to be out. Only 2 attack dice here. Pretty sad there for James, but still has a shot.
I think he grabbed 4. I think he grabbed 4 dice.
Oh, there it is.
I was like, no. He's grabbing 4 dice. And that's 3 hits. Spend the lock. You end up getting a crit out of that.
Oh.
The difference with Proton Cannon is that it's a charge-based ability, right?
Yep. It's every other round. Yep.
All righty. So ends up with Trail Mix on defense. Going to be taking hit crit because there's no token out there.
Did we get a barrel roll from Academy?
I think we did.
Okay. Maybe got out of the way of fair off here. What's in the box?
I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck first.
The top card. How do you cut, Dion?
Usually don't, actually.
Looks like a wounded pilot to me.
Damage engine.
Ooh. I don't think we'll probably end up seeing that one come into effect. But that is half points. That is a 1-point lead here for James.
Here's second sister. Range 3 going into Dooku. Spends a force for 2.
Still 4 agility here for Dooku. All right.
And it's going to have to spend some resources.
Spend a focus. And then you can spend a force to remove the blue token.
So if you spend the force, then you have 2 force left available for your attack. We still got 1 more attack coming in. Oh no, Faroff could not reach. So that means lost, not that he's lost the opportunity, but he's no longer has the opportunity to use Count Dooku's ability. Here come the bomb squad.
So in our last game that we saw James play, which he absolutely rocked some A4 Reaper with those bombardment drones, but we saw that he almost did not decloak Count Dooku or Dirge. Dirge able to get that cloak from the Xanadu Blood title, but they had both of his ships cloaked for almost the entire game. So he is not afraid of not decloaking.
So the question is whether or not this is in range. A reminder, a lot of people make this mistake. When you measure range, it is measured single edge to single edge of the range ruler, especially when it gets tight like this. You measure from the single edge. That is the correct way to do it. Not from, don't, watch the quick tips on it. It's I do a really nice demonstration to show the correct way to measure. It shows Palpatine holding 2 range rulers on the thumbnail. How to measure. Check it out. Quick tips.
Oh, it was false transponder codes. Thank you for that catch there. That was that's what jammed off the focus from
Jam off of Dirge. Thank you. All right, so it looked like no damage there. So the Academy pilot gets to live in this chance engagement. Only half points taken. Single point, and looks like no shot there. And we are back to dials.
All right.
So I'm asking, did green get bumped? That does look kind of wonky.
I mean, it happens.
That looks like really wonky, though. I mean, it's up to the players. So it's their board state.
Ooh, I don't know if you have a decloak left. That's I mean,
left? Oh no, you don't. No.
I don't know if you have a decloak right. Either you may, but oof, maybe not.
As a fan reporting that the Academy did so well against me 2 rounds ago. It snagged a bunch of ejected points and stayed alive. I mean, that's a legitimate strategy.
Oh, yeah. 2-point shifts out there are just so money when it comes to objectives, able to really get back their point value so quickly.
Especially in action-based scenarios. Yeah. So your scrambles and salvages, yes.
Yeah, I mean, even in assault, like just sending your 2-point TIE fighter or 2-point vulture off to a distant corner of the playboard, and hey, go sit over there and hold that for me.
Yep.
And it pays for itself in 2 turns.
Has some requests asking to reopen the bets. We have an engagement already. We cannot reopen the bets. James, go ahead and take a look at what the wagers ended up being. Where are people's guesses?
Ooh, it's pretty close. We have a 56% for Patrick and 44% for James. Pretty close betting. Only a, what is that, 13% difference there. What are you feeling? What's your, if you had to place a GSP bet? You're in Vegas. Think big.
Think big. I mean, I have a lot of information though. You're asking beforehand?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we've seen 1 game from James, and it was a close game. We've seen 2 games from Patrick already. 1 was close. 1 was a little more decisive.
Did we see 2 games from Patrick?
Yeah.
Okay.
So with that information, just knowing what I've seen, I'm going to lean towards Patrick, but because of the proximity mines and how you could end up in 1 turn, James, you could just kill Seventh Sister, just gone, and Darth Vader in the same turn. They're just erased from the board, and say, okay, we can keep playing now.
Yeah,
like, it's those proximity mines are the X factor in this in this game, and once they get in the scrum, like, Patrick has to make waves now before they show up.
Yeah, that is literally a impending doom signal that those bombardment drones are coming, because you know what TIE fighters and TIE interceptors really love is auto damage, including crits that you can't dodge. Like oh, I'm an interceptor, I can like go and like move around real quick and dodge it. Well, these bombardment drones are going to put a proximity mine on you before you even get a chance to system phase Second Sister.
All right, we're getting a barrel roll. Hugging that, trying to be maybe hide from the scimitar.
Hide from Dirge. Dirge is
hide from Dirge. Well, I don't think Dirge has any turns. I think all the turns end up hitting the rock there. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I mean, you might 3-bank just to go over the rock and say, okay, well, I need to help Dooku.
That's true if he's feeling desperate. But the Rogue does have boost, so we could end up just getting 3 forward boosts to try to re-engage and be a part of the wave that comes in with those bombardment drones.
Yeah, Dirge does not have a engine upgrade. Opted for the seismic charges, which is pretty unique for Dirge. I don't think I've seen Dirge with a bomb before. I wonder how many times in the event this weekend that it's helped him out, that seismic. Ooh, looks like Dooku coming in hot for this Reaper, Captain Faroff.
You know, and some of the people in the chat are discussing the strategy behind James' list, which we did see before. You know, maybe Patrick has just opted into what he wants, and that is that Dooku is there to absorb shots. He's good at it. He's got 4 agility, 3 force,
10 health.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And has proton bombs. Ooh, and a barrel roll.
Barrel roll just getting in the way.
I love those barrel rolls. Is it ion cannon? Oh, you like the ion cannon with on Dirge?
That's our boy William Hagwood.
I wonder if we may see the 4K from Vader here. That would put Vader in a great position.
And here we go. Still a slow move, only a 2 forward. I'm legitimately surprised. I know
maybe he just wants to keep them together because the one on the rock can't go faster than 2.
Oh, you're right. So does end up avoiding the obstacle in front of that Hyena bomber. And here we go. Second sister, will it be blocked by Count Dooku? And the answer is yes, it will.
Wow.
You know, when the Scimitar released the Sith Infiltrator, and I looked at the dial and what it was able to do, I think if they were cheaper, we would see them more because of really they are quite maneuverable.
They are
for a large base ship.
For a large base ship, I mean, even Falcons can get bogged down. But yeah, that 5K that looks like we have Dirge here going away from the fight. Did not want to mess with that rock in the middle. That rock right in the middle.
Nope, saying my health is valuable. There's still a lot of game to play, and also if you look at our clock, we are counting up. Okay, this is something new here we're doing on GSP. In order to, especially in preparation for future premiere events, we are trying to make it so that the clock is not a source of information when counting down for players. It only counts up, and you don't know when it's going to stop.
Yeah, it could
I promise it'll be anywhere.
From
go ahead.
Sorry, 72 to 77.
That's right. So when to 78?
Oh, sorry, 78.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, a 6-minute window there. Looks like we did maybe get that 4K. Ooh, boy, Vader predicted correctly that maneuver there.
Yeehaw. And I know one of the arguments saying that this is still information is, yeah, but it's less information. Because you can't stop a player from starting a timer on their phone, right?
No, you can't.
You can't do that. So this is as much information as you can get. Now, do we know when it's going to stop? We do.
We do.
Okay. Are we going to tell you?
No.
No. But also our PayPal is goldsquadronpodcast@gmail.com if you really want to know. That's a joke. For legal reasons. That's a joke.
We see Vader here do a barrel forward.
Interesting.
Maybe he wants to, for the next couple of rounds, avoid getting blocked by, or bombed. Sorry.
Also, that barrel roll forward may have scooted him into range 1.
I think he had the heavy laser lined up, so it would have been 4 dice either way. But crits, I like crits. You like crits?
Good point. Matt Carey, friend of the show, friend of mine personally, saying trying to avoid the bombing. And got 4.
Well, it'll be 3 agility for Dooku.
And it's going to be taking 2 hit crit off the shields.
All right, no chance for Dooku to use the ability because you need to have the attacker in your arc.
You know, one of my thoughts here. Let's finish this first. Next attack coming in from Patrick.
Oh, I think that's a blank out.
Range 0, right?
Yeah. Not blank out, but unfortunate.
Effectively a blank out.
Is that not bump?
It must have been super tight.
Maybe we forgot it was range 0 there.
Yeah.
Maybe think an old school bump where you can still spend some force. But can still do the Dooku action. Ooh.
Did he do it?
Oh, no. Okay. So he's still gonna, I think he may wait till after.
Here we go. Here's the Reaper. Looking at Dooku. It's going to be 3 hits. And able to. Oh my God! Listen, you brought this is why you brought this version of the ship, right?
Yeah. I would actually spin a Dooku chart or Dooku Force here to remove the stress. Why are we not getting that?
I mean, so many people are here worried about the return shot. I don't think he's ever going to decloak, guys. I don't think it matters.
It looks like that may be the end of old Ty here.
Console fire.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering why we didn't see the Dooku Force here to get rid of that red token, that stress.
That was a long range shot from the green bomber into Farroff, has the evade, no damage.
Because a 5K right here would have been pretty. Decloak 5K.
And right there we have our first scores here, 1-2. First scores from destruction. Alrighty.
I assume that
Did Dooku not spend the 4? He didn't have to. Never had to. Wasn't an issue. For anybody just tuning in, we want to just take a look at the tokens. The ones on the right side of Vader actually belong to Count Dooku, and the ones on the board edge behind Vader belong to Vader.
Yeah, I believe looking at the wording on Dooku's ability, you can spin a force to get rid of that red token, that stress. I think it would have been a good play. I mean, just to be more maneuverable.
Yeah, you didn't have to do the cloak, right?
Yeah. Just to get rid of a stress.
Especially having not had to spend any force tokens this turn. That's a heads-up play.
Yeah. But maybe just wants to be a little distraction here while these hyenas get set up for their bombing run. Ooh, I am terrified of these bombers coming in and just making these TIE fighters have a bad day.
Do you think we see the proton bomb? You know, thinking about it, the bombs on Dooku may also be the reason why these bombardment drones are coming in slow. They're just like, let's make sure I drop both of these before they engage.
Bombing run.
That's right, so that they don't hurt the bombardment drones because they don't have any shields. And the proton bomb would be a lot more deadly to them than other ships that have shields.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not wrong. Yeah, and maybe doesn't want to decloak this round because if you decloak, you can't drop a bomb.
Yeah, I don't know why is there a disarm token on Dooku? Cloak already.
Yeah, it counts as it, but it's just more information. Like, hey, like he's disarmed, he can't shoot.
Look, that's what Cloak has that inside of its definition.
I know it does, but a lot of people just put a disarm out there as a reminder for both players.
I guess. I had a big argument with somebody about this one time. Not about using the token itself, but what the definition of a cloak token is. So they wanted to do some shenanigans, and it was a no-go. And that's because part of the definition of cloak includes disarm. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Just the visualization.
Yeah.
For any newer players out there, just so you know, that token is actually not out there. It's more of a reminder token.
Red dice jail, for real.
All right, here is the player roll. Looks like a tie. Do it again.
Ooh.
Hit focus, and it's going to go to Patrick.
Focus, hit. All right, Patrick keeps it. All right, do we have a lot of matching initiatives here? We have 6, 4, 3. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, the Fair-Off matches off with most of James's list here. Oh, sorry.
You good? That throat clearing wasn't for you. It was for myself. Excuse me, James. All right. I think we got our ailerons from the Reaper plus a 1 bank trying to get alongside Darth Vader. I think trying to keep pace and away from those bombers. Oh, no, we're slooping.
We're slooping.
Sloop-a-doop. I forgot about the 1 sloop.
Man, so good.
Right there, effectively kind of like a weird 3 sloop is kind of what that came out to. And there is the stress token. Let's keep it going. Fair-Off goes, and now it's the drones. Looks like there was a question.
So for your question there, Chris, when you are measuring range for an attack, you measure from the, technically measuring from the cardboard to the any part of the opponent's base.
So I think Patrick may have missed his system phase, started moving. And he's basically asking, we don't have any other information. Is it okay if I go ahead and do my reposition?
I mean, the final. That's
it's the judge's call. It's the judge's call. The argument could be made that you did know that Captain Fair-Off didn't bump, right? It was a fairly close maneuver.
And you know that Maul didn't, or sorry, Dooku didn't do any decloak or bombs.
Right.
I mean, personally,
so if we're playing it strictly by the book, the system phase is over.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think with the fact that things could have happened between now and then, mainly Dooku doing shenanigans, I think it's a mistrigger. All right, and it looks to be what the judge comes to as well. Very unfortunate for Patrick to miss the system phase for second sister.
Yeah, I'm guessing what happens there is that he, actually, this is true. If we do that, then Dooku gets to decide whether to drop a bomb.
Yeah. Right.
Like it's a continuous continuous chain there.
Absolutely. All right. We see some of these.
I hadn't even thought about the bomb. So from that perspective, yeah. So that information is known. You weren't going to drop a bomb. Epionic is being a little self-deprecating in the chat. Almost as bad as flying a full health ship off the board. Not quite. Love you, buddy.
He also learned that Dirge didn't decloak either. That's a big one too.
So drones taking that turn. Struts are on. They're going to have to go 2 straight. And Dooku with the 1 straight. If the desire for the reposition is anything to go by, that probably means that second sister has a hard, like a 1 hard to the left.
Yeah, or 2 hard. Because you want to clear the stress.
It's 1 hard. No, it's a 2 hard.
Yeah, so maybe you wanted to barrel roll right, then 2 hard back in. That's probably my guess.
So going to be forced to take another range 0 attack. So going to have a bit of a wonky angle. I know when I'm flying, and I think bumping has always been something that happens in the game, but when you're at those weird angles and you're so used to being at the 45 and 90, it can be a little bit rough, like predicting where you're going. You kind of have to reposition your body with the ship and see those maneuvers.
All right, Dirge to bank here, clear that stress from the cloak action.
And staying cloaked. Oh man, yeah, it's my brain says, you know what, just go for the bombers, just go kill them.
Yeah, but they will kill you. they will drop their pizzas for a pizza delivery.
Pop pop.
Ooh, looks like that is also a bump onto
Vader.
Oh my goodness, this small. Just Dooku. This Dooku just being a nuisance. It will just not take any damage.
Mm-hmm.
Won't let you get a range 1.
Refuses.
Cloaked. A 3 agility large base ship out there. Do we have anything like that in the game? 3 agility large base? I mean, like, I guess Boba Fett, sort of.
At least 2 agility.
Yeah, 2 agility, but rerolls. All right, looks like we have a 3-die range 0 here from Vader.
2 hits.
3 squiggles.
Squiggly.
Wow.
Wiggly.
All right, 2 hits.
2 hits, and 1 is not going to get through after the spend there.
This Dooku is so crazy. I don't even know why he brought proton torpedoes.
He didn't. It's proton. Did he? Oh, he does have it.
Yeah.
I guess, maybe that's just a threat. It's like, don't look away from me.
Ooh, we are going to get 2 shields here.
Plink, plink.
Okay.
He does bleed.
He does bleed. And keep in mind, this objective or scenario we're playing today is chance engagement. So half points do count. Only 1 more damage needed to get 3 points on Count Dooku.
Ooh, is Patrick not in?
I don't think so.
In range of the center.
And also, it looks like these bombardment drones like we're still here.
We're still here. You know that we're here.
I'm not gonna let you forget.
Hit
yeah,
crit nonetheless against the Reaper.
Not gonna let you hit.
And blank out. Farroff loses 2 shields there. Another range 3 shot, possibly obstructed onto Captain Farroff.
So 3 agility for Farroff.
Calculate still out there. That's, you do calculate from another buddy.
Friendly, there it is. No.
Nope.
You don't. No.
Because it was network calculations. They figured it out.
Okay. They networked that one. All right, so
that's exactly what I was like. Farroff, hey, we know.
Looks like that's going to be a crit. What's the crit? It was a crit, wasn't it?
I think it was just 2 hits.
Oh, okay. All right, and that is the end of the round. Let's check for this objective here. I think the guaranteed, man. All right, 2 points for James.
He's starting to widen that gap. Patrick needs a big swing. Obviously, taking out Dooku in a turn would do it, right? That'd get him to 9. Yeah, but I feel like his positioning's a little rough. He's got to. James brought those bombardment drones to the center. Patrick already didn't want to deal with them, and basically saying like, "Hey, you want your point every turn? This is what you got to go through."
All right, and we're probably going to see these bombardment drones just rotate on that rock, maybe, and face towards all the rest of these Empire ships. Keep in mind, you are no longer allowed to barrel off the rock with these landing struts. Thank goodness, because that was just a menace. So silly. But yeah, looks like we're going into. I think this is going to be. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, going into 5. Sorry.
We're good. And as we're waiting for this next round, want to remind you that all of our broadcasting is brought to you by you, our supporters. Thank you to everybody who has donated towards our goal of raising $1,000 to cover our costs for Sector Series. That is a community level championship that we here at Gold Squadron are running right now. The second round is going on. It is a league style, so there's 1 game per week that is being played. If you want to see how it works and what we're doing, you can go to goldsquadronpodcast.com, click on Sector Series. You can see all of the awesome prizes that that we've designed and are getting made that this money goes towards. And if you're a player, we appreciate it if we have over 200 people doing it, so everybody gives a couple bucks and we get there pretty quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does feel like a league night with your ability to the option to change your list every week.
Correct.
You're facing new people. Maybe sometimes someone you played before. Maybe a brand new person. Someone new to the game even, or could be a veteran. You might get paired up against a really great player. Like, just my luck.
Yeah.
But one question I would want to say in the enter in the chat here is the chance engagement objective points for rounding on half damage. So you need to deal at least half of the ship's health or more, rounded up. So if it's a 3 health ship, you need to do at least 2 damage, and you get back the points you get for that, or you get half points of the squad points rounded down. So if it's a 3-point ship, you get 1 point.
You're not going to do that, are you?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
All right, so we just officially hit the goal. Isofane came and dropped $300. I'll give you a dance later, okay?
Dropped $300 and $100 bills on Dion's lap.
So we've met the goal for Sector 6.
This guy.
Yay! We did it.
Did you win that at the casino?
Every time I gamble, I lose.
He says every time I gamble, I lose.
Is that, oh, he's cool.
Oh.
That feels nice.
Is Dion the only gamble you've won? It says Dion the only gamble that you've won?
Pretty much, yeah.
You're a good bet, Dion.
I'm a good bet. You're as good as...
I'm not lucky. I'll save my luck for
Good bet, Dion. Look at some ISOs in the chat. Fun Walk and Doc Richter are already way ahead of me here.
ISO.
How many ISO planes are we doing?
For what?
How many total people ended up getting supported?
I think it's like either 18 or 19 people that I'm helping send to Worlds.
Let's round up, say 20.
13,500.
Oh my goodness, $13,500
$500 is what I've sent out to help people get to Worlds.
raised for the ISO Plane Initiative, and to get players to Worlds that would not have been able to otherwise. Wow, ISO, I would say just a huge community leader, and really one of our biggest backers here at GSB, able to help us do all the things that you love that we do. All right, we did get those hyenas rotate, and we see the we see Dooku do a 1, drop that proton bomb and didn't do a 1 straight. Man, can you imagine if this Dooku had an evade?
There it is. It's officially on the screen. Sector Series funded. We did it.
Bow, 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 bow. Wow. I think like over half of that was just ISO. Having a great time here at LVO and having a great game in this final match after Heat 1, Heat 2 on Friday, Saturday. We're having the cut today, and also concurrently ongoing is the last man standing competition. What's up for grabs on that?
A World's Invite.
World's Invite.
That's right.
The last player
last player standing.
It looks like we still have 2 matches going on, so we'll have one more for that that last man standing, and whoever wins gets a ticket or an invite to Worlds.
Some purchase may be necessary.
Yeah, well, if you hopped onto that ISOPlan initiative.
That's right. So, hey, Gramps Vader from Canada. So, looking at our current board state, we saw that Dooku dropped the proton bomb, ready to be received by a pretty good chance to get Second Sister and Vader and the Reaper right now. We know that Farroff at this point is in range. Here is the 1 heart. The stress got cleared last turn. Second Sister probably can't get away.
Yeah,
doesn't have the auto thrusters, right? Because it has a sensitive controls.
Yeah, not going to be able to really get away. Maybe a advanced or extreme maneuvers boost may get her out.
But then you're giving up your shot. You know what, though? Second Sister has a shield. You just take it on the shield.
I will eat that shield every day of the week. Nom, nom, nom.
Yep.
For the Empire. And we do see Farroff move up with a 1 straight to clear that stress, and immediately put that stress back on by doing a red coordinate action.
To Vader, right?
To Vader, to give Vader a focus.
I wonder if Vader, the level 100 play would be like if Vader did like a 1 bank into. I know obviously you might take damage. Would you like self-block yourself so that you have 2 range 1 shots rather than.
Or either way, you have the heavy laser cannon even.
Yep.
Man, do you take a focus here with Second Sister or just the evade?
Yeah, the force is there for offense. I think that's Patrick just kind of staying consistent. Second Sister's job is to evade. Here comes Dirge.
Dirge, here coming in. Hey, Dooku, you did good, bud.
Switch.
Tap out.
Tap out.
Tap out.
I mean, that's what it is. Kind of a bait and switch, right?
Oh yeah. And we did see this in the last game that we had James on. Did an amazing bait and switch. I think we may actually see the 3 turn here from Darth Vader. Maybe says, he has that 1 bank template.
That looks like a 1 bank to me, good
looks
sir.
like a 1 bank to the right, and then maybe a boost back in to take a shot. And you may sneak into the hourglass of.
Not gonna happen.
Nope. Okay.
Nope.
After looking at it, no.
No. You can boost left to take a bullseye shot at Dirge probably.
You may just evade.
I mean, neither of them are shooting. Why not?
Juke. Yeah, because that evade token that Dirge has is only good for 1 die, whereas that juke guarantees 1 blink.
You do have the focus.
Okay, boost. Fine. Maybe the argument is always right.
maybe the argument here was that you should have coordinated an evade to Vader rather than a focus, but it does give you the defensive token against the bombers, which are going to be taking some shots from that rock over there. They're defending that center objective, and the boost also gets you within range 2 of the center.
Ooh, they cannot be underestimated or undervalued here with the losing 2 points to James the previous round. All right. Looks like we may start to see this bomb go off here and pop a shield off of Second Sister. And a
critical damage
onto Farroff.
What's in the box? It's a blinded pilot.
Well,
okay.
Well, good thing is that the Farroff is only modifying her attack dice with a force anyway.
That's true. So you could still got that.
Unfortunately, though, that
but it takes
is
away my
gonna be-
choices.
That is going to be half points for Fair Off.
So it's gonna be 2-8. James is it's looking good. We're
Widening the gap.
already at 55 minutes. We know that a minimum is 72. So we're in less than possible. The game could end in less than 20 minutes.
Man. And it's not that we've been slow. We've been
good.
running here and making good time. But it's just that they haven't been able to do enough damage into Dooku. I think we're going to get it this turn, though. We're going to get enough damage to get half points onto Dooku, but it's just been a slogfest. It looks like range 2, a bullseye, so that heavy laser cannon.
And here we go.
All right, so you can spend 2 force here, 1 for Malice, 1 for Vader ability.
Ends up with 3. Going into Dirge. Oh my God, quad natties.
You have got to be kidding me.
You know what? James, this is James. This is his day. When you have these cloaked ships and they're not taking damage, and you've gotten this far in the game, it's going to be really hard for Stumbo to lose.
Show me the dice stats, Dion.
It's right click, oof.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't care how many 3-die evades you roll here. Dooku's going to take at least 1 damage, and that's exactly how much he'll take.
Exactly how many damage. I'm going to spend these. I'm going to spend this focus rock quick.
Yep, rock quick. Thank you. All right, that's going to be a crit, and that is going to be enough to get half points onto Dooku. What is the crit? Could be pretty impactful here. All right, we'll have to wait for a second on that crit. Looks like we have some bombardment drones taking shots here.
Focus.
Spin 2. Networked and
self.
Yeah, I think it's pink right here.
Blank out there from the Imperial side.
And I think that's on to Fair Off.
Yep.
So
it's bleeding down to 2 hull.
range 2 from Fair Off into Dooku. And it's just crazy every time he picked up those 3 agility dice.
Hit crit coming in from Fair Off. Trying to see if you can do some damage to Dooku, and the answer is no. Not allowed.
All right, let me go grab that crit real quick. Oh, we still have shots coming in. These bombardment drones are not done. Oh, maybe they are done.
All right, we're going to go ahead and just get an update.
There's no crit on Dooku.
No, oh, there's no crit on Dooku?
I think he's still buff half.
No, what?
We must have something missing.
I think he's still at 6 hull.
Wow, okay.
All right, so that's a big update. Looks like Dooku is actually above 6. We must have added a damage at some point. James is going to go ahead and take damage on everybody just to see, make sure we're on the up and up here.
Grievous crew.
Oh, because of Grievous crew. Of course. That's so easy to forget. Let's go ahead and pull it up here. Oh, that one's not working right now. We forgot about Grievous crew, James.
Oh,
That's what happened.
oh, goodness.
So Grievous crew says when you defend after the neutralize results step, if there are 2 or more hits or crit results, you may spend 1 charge to cancel one of those hits or crits.
So it's like a pseudo reinforce, basically.
Yeah, but it's charge based and it recharges when some of your ships die.
Yeah, one of your friendly ships. After a friendly ship is destroyed, no matter the range, recover a charge.
Like, oh, hey, you dead? Thanks. You left me a present. You go boom boom?
I go boom boom. Or I no more go boom boom.
I less boom.
All right, man. I don't know what to say. I am at a loss for words here about how defensible this Dooku is. I do not want to see this across the table for me. I'm not a fan of James right now.
And I've said that a lot of my life.
I'm an expert on this.
I'm an expert on James.
And this guy is going to make my life terrible because I do not want to see a cloaked Dooku across the table from me right now.
Isn't it so? Okay, hit crit on the road roll 2 there, but the crazy idea. Imagine if James Stumbo wins wins LVO without 2 of his ships that he actively engaged ever shooting.
Yeah.
Like, he's playing a game of I dare you. This is what it is. He goes, if you can kill them, you win. If you can kill them.
Yeah.
Right? That's the game he's playing. He does have some output with the bombs, but not much.
All right, we're going to see Dooku drop that last proton bomb, and then we're going to see Second Sister perform a extreme maneuver boost for the
sensitive controls. Here is the other proton bomb coming out here from Dooku, so those are used up.
Yeah, all done at those bombs, and man, they really have been making a splash. No? Okay. Because they go boom and splash everywhere, but it's fine.
I'm sorry. I didn't pick up what you were throwing down. I had a what now moment. All right, so we're decloaking here with Dirge. Dirge, who flies what type of starship?
Rogue.
He did it, right? He did it. It took
it's just because there's like 2 or 3 games in between us playing against or seeing rogues on the stream, and then I forget.
It takes 14 rounds. He finally stuck, friends. He did it.
I remembered it the other day. Stop making fun of me.
All right, so Dooku on the run here.
Time to go?
Time to bye.
Wow, I'm surprised we saw Dirge decloak. I thought we would see him stay cloaked and swap out with Dooku, but may want to threaten, and actually it may do a ton of damage into Faroff. Maybe say, okay, I see my time. I'm going to bite.
Yeah. Okay, I'll play now. All right, let's see. Are we going to get these bombardment drones to hop off? No, looks like we're chilling like a villain. Here comes the purple one, though, who might end up trying to take up residence on that center rock, chilling right next to the center objective token.
Can you remind me, Dion, so if these bombardment drones were to 2 straight, could they land on the other rock?
They could not.
Oh, but they ignore it while they're moving.
No. They ignore the one that they're on while they're moving. They would take damage.
Okay.
Because as soon as they leave, they're off.
I just got to read this card again.
You can't close and open on the same turn.
All right. Yeah, I thought it says you ignore obstacles at range 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
After you execute a maneuver, flip this card. So I think they would be able to
ignore it, but then they're stuck on it, and then they can't shoot.
They can't shoot, but
and then they'll leave and take damage.
No, they won't.
Yeah.
No, you started at range 0 of it.
We'll see if it happens. I'm not gonna dive too deep into there.
Yeah. I mean, I think I would have just to threaten Second Sister with a pizza delivery.
Hard turn here from Second Sister, who's could persisting, trying to get Dooku off the board, but still has 6 hole. And with the timer, you know, we're rolling up here soon on minimum time.
Yeah.
Minimum time is in 6, 7, 8 minutes.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We do see Dirge do a 2 straight bump, and probably going to take that focus to line up that amazing proton cannon shot that has Farroff has walked right into. All right, Vader, what you got in the box? Oh
my goodness. He's going for the 4K.
I think
he's got it.
It's too far. It's too far.
Oh, my God. Did he fly off the board?
Yeah, it's too far.
Oh.
All right.
You know what? He was behind.
Yep,
he
was not
made the
behind the rock.
desperation play.
Yeah.
Is it on? And there's the handshake.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Was that
All right.
was that a boost that he coordinated a boost from Farroff to get there? Because that's not where he was earlier. That definitely was. Coordinated a boost from Farroff. You can't eyeball it, you know?
Yep. Yeah, this is true. Looking at the range 2 rock, was the coordinate there?
Yeah, he coordinated.
Because the problem is that once you coordinate into that position, you already had the 4K dialed in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, because most of us know that range 2 trick from the corner,
yeah,
right?
So if you have an obstacle that's exactly at range 2.
Thank you to ISO, Danko, Baffle, Trojan, Prophet, Shadow, Tycho, Spice, Raider, Lancer, Fallen, Row 6, 626, Chief, and J List, our Grand Admiral patrons. And all of our Gold Squadron patrons and community members, thank you for your support. Gold Squadron out.